Next mission.
Boom. As far as the chaos we find ourselves in these days, it's difficult to say which side pulled the trigger first. Erusia deployed an automatic intercept system with drones. Osea implemented long-range attacks to bypass them. So Erusia decided to sabotage Osea's communications and navigation technology. Erusia couldn't launch a satellite themselves, but they were still able to hack the software of the Osean transmission and navigation systems. Before Osea even noticed, half of their satellites were hijacked. That's when things got ugly. In an attempt to knock out each other's capabilities, both forces launched fighters loaded with anti-satellite missiles at the same time. Only military satellites were targeted. However, their destruction created a debris field in orbit, which wiped out scores of other satellites, both private and government-owned. What kept the world relatively sane up to that point had been free-flowing data and information. But now, those were gone. All that remained was chaos and confusion. Government and civilian broadcasts and transmissions were cut off. The flow of information had ceased. Forces on both sides of the conflict now found themselves unable to communicate with their superiors. Many of the smaller countries annexed by Erusia and yearning for their independence seized the opportunity and started their own uprisings. As for why some of Osea's military decided to break off from the main force and continue on their own, I have no idea. Perhaps there was some sort of dispute over the chain of command. The continent that had once seen wars that were only fought between Osea and Erusia was now full of numerous conflicts between rival leaders vying for power. Insurgencies were everywhere.
And this is how we do the
I even heard a
multiplayer.
rumor that a group of Osean convicts had rebelled. Rumors. It never ceased to amaze me that even at a crazy time like this, something as trivial as a rumor could find its way here. Communications from corporate were cut off. Apparently, the entire computer network was down. It was a wise decision to make our drones autonomous with AI instead of being radio-controlled. Wise and forward-thinking. Even with their GPS offline, they can still use their sensors to navigate as long as they're working properly. I'm sure the drones are still working perfectly, following their mission orders to the letter. I wish I could upload Mihai's new data to them. But without a connection, I can't upload the software to the active drones. The new ones we're making, though, there should still be enough time to upgrade those before they're activated. I'll be taking the data I've acquired away from the front lines now. Oh, and I'll be taking the girls, too. I told my assistant Masa it was time to get Mihai's granddaughters ready to leave here. She's not much older than the girls, but she has a way about her, and I'm sure she won't have any trouble with them.
Why's it gotta make it sound like he's all creep?
I saw a plane flying off in the distance. I imagine it was looking for a safer place. The plane had a rose emblem on it.
Last hope.
Erusia's communication networks have been down since their satellites were destroyed. Unfortunately, we are experiencing trouble too. All of Erusia has been affected, and we don't know when things will be back up and running. We're not even sure if this is Erusia's doing. Still, we will follow the strategy that was originally planned and move on to the next operation after liberating Farbanti. Let's get to it. Since the war began, we've been receiving communications in secret from an officer in the Erusian army.
With the capital under our control, Erusia's radical element is losing support quickly, affecting the balance of power.
HQ is thinking of using the military officer as a way to gain leverage to settle peace negotiations. The officer is currently hiding in the outskirts of Anchorhead Bay, having joined up with support dispatched from the Osean army. The plan is that they'll take a standard vehicle to a rendezvous point at a harbor in the east part of the city, where a helicopter will be waiting.
I would like the new Strider Squadron to provide escort for the officer. Cyclops will remain at the base on standby to serve as defense.
With the communication network currently down in the capital, I very much doubt Arusea will be able to mount a regimented counterattack. However, it is likely that Arusea's intelligence department and the remaining forces who are aware of the officer's movements will interfere. Keep a close eye on the officer and make sure he stays safe. Our victory in Farbanti has given us a golden opportunity to finally end this war. Be safe out there.
Take note that our satellite-based IFF has become unreliable following the recent communications failure. As such, target ID will be done by processing the images from the infrared cameras on your aircraft. Objects will initially appear as unknown on your HUDs, but will be ID'd once you close in on them for a set period of time.
Jesus. This is real? That seems insane. Alright, nowhere near it. It's fine. I wonder how fast you could process data like that. That's
Strider Squadron, you're
completely
cleared to
insane.
taxi.
Bum bum ba da ba da ba ba.
To the unidentified Osean craft, this is Captain Carl of the Osean Army. Are you here for the escort? You're not the squadron I was expecting. Are you really friendlies? Over.
This is Longcaster. Airborne warning and control system for the Osean Long Range Strategic Strike Group. Captain Carl, they're on our side.
And those two pilots we've heard about must be here too.
Okay, I hope you're right. Longcaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oseans won't shoot us in this confusion.
We'll image process the unknowns caught in your cams to identify friend or foe. The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, we just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire. War is something I'll never get used to, but tonight has been a total shock. The city under martial law. Gunfire and the roar of jets echoing through the streets. Give me Strider Squadron's IDs. Oh, and hand me that sandwich.
Fucking.
Whistle away.
Oh god.
We have no orders, but we do have ID data. Check your TAP terminal. Entering the Anchorhead Bay area. Buildings will block your line of sight. Make sure to keep track of your objective.
How this war ends depends on this mission. I'm counting on you.
Understood.
Oh my god, dude.
Strider 1
Fuck.
crashed.
I pressed the wrong button. I don't even know why I did that. I should have just pulled up. That was so stupid. That was a really dumb move.
Longcaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oseans won't shoot us in this confusion.
We'll image process the unknowns caught in your cams to identify friend or foe. The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire. War is something I'll never get used to, but tonight has been a total shock. The city under martial law. Gunfire and the roar of jets echoing through the streets.
So you were the ones on the radio. We don't know our location. Give us orders.
have ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
Roger that. We're almost on our way home.
Give me Strider Squadron's IDs. Oh, and hand me that sandwich.
Confirming Strider 1 destroyed target.
This is a message to all of you fighting out there. Ask yourselves, what is best for our country?
ID'd as Ocean Forces. This is AWACS for the LRSSG.
Our info has been updated.
Entering the Anchorhead Bay area. Buildings will block your line of sight. Make sure to keep track of your objective.
How this war ends depends on this mission. I'm counting on you.
Understood.
Strider Squadron, identify the unknowns along the route.
Oh, there's more unknowns.
Houston, Blue Squad, friendly fellow in front. I'm a patriot and my duty is calling. Nice work, Leo 2. That's a confirmed kill. You are a true patriot.
It's Erosion.
They are responding aggressively.
Target acquired.
General, if they're conservatives, they'll listen to us.
AA gun confirmed destroyed.
The negotiations were a success, Lancaster. They've opened up a path for us. The more the merrier.
Strider 1, target destroyed.
This is kind of cool.
We can't see the tops of the roofs from down here. Be on the lookout for enemy ambushes. We made it through the Anchorhead Bay area. We're heading along Highway 208 under the bridge. We're taking the coastal highway at the next ramp.
All right.
The use of drones makes war more palatable. Why don't people realize this?
Whoa.
Where did that come from? I'm surrounded by nothing but friendly. No, the attack was an unintentional mistake.
It's Erosion military.
Leading our country further into ruin. Wait. General managed to convince them.
Listen, those that protect General Lafarge are the real patriots. Onward!
Vessel, evade!
There's a vehicle up ahead. It's gonna ask us to pay a toll. Get closer and find out if it's an enemy vehicle.
We'll go. Let's go. We archived all the footage that we've shot for when the communication networks come back online.
We need to remind everyone that there's no such thing as a clean war.
Target eliminated.
Kind of want to HUD for
Signs of
the status of like
beginning of this war are
what's
now
going on with these targets.
There's a vehicle blocking the road. No response to hails. It's the radicals. It's no good. There's still a car on the road. Just to be safe, we better avoid the highway and head for the warehouse district. Lancaster, we're taking a detour. Don't lose us.
Strider 1, General's route has changed. Keep your eyes on his vehicle. Don't let him out of your sight.
Here comes the traitor, Lafarge. This is a wide net they've cast. They really don't want the war to end, do they? Busted that vehicle!
set up in all the right places.
Break! It is not machines that make the decisions to work. It's people. Understand that. We have some enemies coming up behind us. They're gaining on us.
Vehicle eliminated.
We changed our route, but the enemy's still on us.
Fire! Fire! We're on your side, you idiot!
Strider 1, locked on target.
Break now. Missile inbound.
Strider 1, missile launched.
What point is there in liberty? It's best that you leave this country.
I don't know how you make an ID lock based on my HUD, especially from like that far away. But whatever, science.
You want us to wait and see if they're friendly?
Captain Carl, do you have the means to record this conversation? I wish to explain to you the situation inside Erusia. I'm sure the boys listening upstairs will record it. The open declaration of war, expanding the front lines, was all the work of some young Erusian officers. They were referred to as the Radicals, but there was an unseen force guiding them. It was technology they borrowed from the Belkans. When they actually went to war, the performance of the attack drones exceeded their wildest dreams. And they were incredibly clean, which got public opinion and the opportunists within the military on their side. They even manipulated the princess. The Belkan technology advanced UAV research within the Erusian Flight Test Center by at least 10 years. They used the flight data from a former ace pilot to create drone AI, but to us it's no different than magic or alchemy. Airplanes are meant to be flown by human beings. Those of you listening in, am I wrong?
Yes.
We're heading towards Perimeter Park. Rendezvous point is the helipad on this man-made island. We'll ditch the car and take the helicopter from there.
Your plane will ice up if you stay in there too long.
We're the only ones here on our side.
There are rumors of a military group calling itself the Free Erusians.
An unknown is blocking our scheduled route.
No response. Got a bad feeling.
What's wrong with drones? Whether you're a patriot or not, you're just too stubborn to change with the times.
Scratches on the tail. Now those guys are part of Lucia's people unit.
Required launch on base. Firing.
Trigger has destroyed the target.
Shit. I hit the highway.
I'm hit. Get this guy off my back. Fire on that vehicle.
The VIP is taking fire. His vehicle stopped.
Missile, evading. Which faction is the head of our organization? We need to know at once.
Striker 1, Fox 2.
Try to help us before we get shot. It's not like this is a tanker.
Captain Carl, we have a new rendezvous point. New coordinates are as follows. 263 Tango 4, 199er Delta Lima. Rescue team says hostiles are making the area too dangerous.
Well, yeah, don't they know nowhere is safe?
General forces are ready for this is being maximum camping.
Talk. Watching the future from the high heavens. Our turbine strike has led to a power struggle within the Erusian military. We're about to cross Anchor Bridge. There'll be nowhere to hide.
That was something.
It's all gone to hell. Even radio chatters about the civil war.
Oh wow. Friendly boats.
You have one in your cockpit? An armored vehicle's behind us. It looks like the Erusian forces. Take it out. Trigger, our VIP is in trouble. Clear the way for it. We're taking fire. Take care of them. Yeah, ever since my previous squadron.
Nice.
I didn't think we were gonna make it, but you saved us. Thanks.
They actually believe that using robots will put an end to bloodshed.
Wow.
We've almost reached the container area. Watch out for enemy ambushes. Understood. System failures caused friendly fire incidents among Osean forces. There are even rumors of penal units turning on them from our allies. With the main conflict concluded, regional forces in the center, south, and east struggle over stabilization of the nation. Target obliterated.
Let's see if we can hit this target without hitting a civilian building again.
We're coming up on a tunnel. We'll need to split up until we reach the exit. There's more to Belkan technology than just UAVs. Thinking IFF designations for one was an astonishing feat. They used it to make drones that resembled Osean fighters. And then to assassinate Harlan and put the blame on enemy fighters. But in the end, Belkin technology brought chaos to the world.
I can't believe Arusi is responsible for Harlan's assassination.
Can you not?
Politics? That's new.
Can't ignore a story like that, right, Trigger?
If you just asked me about it, I would have told you that I was like fucking falsely accused.
Hostile has a lock.
I'll show you morons what it means to use your head to fight and not just instincts.
Bad news. Hostile armored forces outside of the tunnel. I'm thinking that we should go say hi before they ruin the General's day.
The General's a real celebrity. It seems everyone wants to meet him.
It's Erusian military.
Fire for the next half hour. Then we'll take back the city from the scoundrels who call us rebels.
Behind my target.
Those guys shooting up there, aren't they both Osean?
Bandit has a lock.
We were nearly done for. I couldn't have asked for better timing.
Nice. Glad to see the Oseans attacking the radicals.
ID is Osean forces.
How'd you last long, Caster? We've been briefed and we're here to help.
Mutualism is part of the infighting within these groups.
We've reached the industrial zone. This should be the rendezvous point. The coordinates are up ahead. Take out any enemies in the surrounding area.
Wilco.
While we wait, don't worry, we won't let anybody through after you.
Almost at the rendezvous. In the rear of the others. Understood.
It'd be funny if like one U-boat or one boat was like friendly and one wasn't.
Taking responsibility for the capital's fall, but instead they're prolonging the war. That is why proper conservatives like myself are moving to regain control. If all goes well, we should be able to sign a truce with Osea quickly.
We have no choice! Fire!
We've reached the rendezvous point. There's the chopper, too.
Who do we turn to in this darkest hour? We need a beacon of light to show us the way. This is the Erusian News Network.
How am I getting regular radio up here in my plane?
Okay, let's go. We're getting out of here. I've had just about enough of this place. I'd like to offer my thanks to the LRSSG. They should finally bring about a true end to the war.
Understood. Good luck.
Understood.
Multiple unidentified aircraft approaching.
This plane is carrying civilians. We have escort fighters, but we do not intend to engage in combat. Please stand down.
What's going on?
Try to get a little closer. Weapon use is prohibited.
What's going on? Dr. Schroeder!
Whoa. There's a girl on board?
There's a
Stop
girl.
lying about carrying civilians.
No. Unless she's a soldier.
Weapon use is prohibited. We've checked footage. It does seem to be a transport with escorts.
I repeat, this craft is carrying civilians. We are not here to fight.
Dr. Schroeder, tell me what's happening.
I'm sure I don't need to remind you, but do not attack the civilian liaison.
That's the aircraft my grandfather told me about. The one with the scratches. There it is. The EASA liaison plane. They engage in witchcraft with Belkin technology. They're responsible for leading the military down the wrong path.
Wait. Unknown's attacking the girl's plane.
Alma, hold on tight.
Longcaster, permission to engage.
Negative.
What?
It could be Osean fighters. ID them ASAP.
Shit. That's all we can do.
ID complete. They're Erusian fighters. What the hell's going on?
Stay sharp.
Uh-huh.
Right. I'm shooting him down. Any complaints?
Rain
Strider 1 has killed a bandit.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
Those guys are good. Wait, you don't think it's those Ocean big shots, dude? I managed to catch a glimpse of the 3 strikes. Good leader.
Don't miss. Aim carefully.
Mine. No good. Shit.
Target acquired.
Bandit destroyed. Well done.
Watch your remaining missiles.
They're in my way.
Hey!
Nice kill.
Good work. All hostile aircraft eliminated. The liaison is safe. Wait.
The escort fighter is... The drive. They're missing the drive.
What the hell? You gotta be kidding me. Liaison escort has a radar lock. They're targeting you guys.
What the hell? We were just helping them.
Erusian aircraft, this is AWACS Lancaster. Do not engage the liaison. Break off now.
Can you hear me on this channel, Ocean craft? Those escort aircraft are drones. They are currently being operated autonomously. They are not being controlled by anyone. They are flying on their own volition.
What?
In that case, we have no choice but to shoot the aircraft down.
Unfortunately, yes.
We did what we could. Weapons free. You are cleared to attack the escort.
Wilco. Understood.
Wilco.
Hey, it's not our fault they won't listen to reason. Why build something like that? Whoever did is the king of all dumbasses.
On you.
Something else entirely.
Missile hit.
You can abort the MQ-99's launch. Our commands are overridden. They must be accessing it remotely. Which unit is behind this?
Additional hostiles inbound. Great timing.
Son of a bitch.
Our drones headed this way.
No. The escort must have used its remote act.
Uh-oh. Oh, my controller died. Hang on. The timing. I was just... The battery on that's not what it used to be.
Nation rights to gain more allies. Clever.
Fox 2.
Good thing I have another controller though.
Strider 1, target acquired. Warning, enemy has a beat on you. 5 bandits remaining.
Damn it. They don't have the drive they need.
The counter squadron is fully functional. Good crap.
It's not enough to be running functional. There has to be a time when it should not function. But when?
What do you mean?
They are up to this now, I tell you.
4 bandits left.
Behind the enemy.
3 bandits to go.
Strider 1, target eliminated.
2 bandits left. Show them what you got.
The good old Strata fly straight at them.
Strider 1, Fox 2. 1 bandit to go.
Oh shit. Got it.
Strider 1, that's what I like to see. Another story to tell my boy.
My boy?
Understood. All hostiles have been eliminated. Nice. General's helicopter is flying safely outside Anchorhead Bay. All aircraft, RTB, mission complete.
What about that other plane?
All hostiles, huh?
General, the Ocean aircraft is here to pick us up. The approaching Ocean aircraft. Losing his army? Elaborate. They stole our sealed orders. It should be a piece of cake. Are you sent by the general's staff? No, it's no, I can't!
Oh no!
There are 3 scratches.
What does that mean?
The tail of that plane.
Lancaster, are all of these really unknowns? It's a state of civil war. The erosion.
Oh, there's a new season of what's that show? Grand Tour. Now, I know what I'm doing after the stream. Fucking Grand Tour.
In order to respond to the attack on the base, Cyclops has scrambled after being on standby. We'll head up too once our planes are ready. Oh, and Labarth is dead.
What did you say?
Apparently, he was shot down by another Osean aircraft after he left the area of operations. I mean, I know it was chaos, but still. At any rate, the sealed order operation has come to a close. We have no idea about a plan for going forward.
All we can do for now is watch our own backs.
What's up with the commander?
He's staying in his room. He's still alive, since we can hear him crying.
Okay. I wonder what high achiever was for. Bronze Ace. Fulcrum.
The island we went to was supposed to have been secured by the ground forces. They hadn't gotten a handle on things by the time we got there, so now we were stuck in the middle of a half-assed campaign. My job was to get the planes ready for combat, making repairs and handing them over to our troop of cons. Thing is, the enemy still had the hangars. The comms were still down, so none of us knew what the hell was going on. The last transmission I heard before everything went to shit was that some prisoners from an Osean military penal unit rioted and managed to escape. They stole some jets and now they were flying around, taking out their former allies left and right. I wonder if any units like ours were out here, creeping around. Hearing the Osean jets firing at each other overhead chipped away at morale. Since the radio was out, it was quiet. I liked it better that way. All I heard was the gunfire. Here we were, walking around carrying rifles. We were pilots, damn it. Friendly fire will probably kill us. You know things are desperate when the guards that used to lock us into solitary are now telling us it's better we all stick together. I guess they think our odds of surviving this war are better that way. After walking for miles across the battlefield, we came across the wreckage of a plane. Passenger, not military. I knew that rose. It was an Erusian liaison plane. The guard's dogs smelled something and took off. They led us to a cliff. And the bodies.
Today, I lost everything. When Osea attacked our capital, my father, a man who was never really suited to being the king, was killed. I was to be flown out of the war zone to safety, but the plane was shot down by rebels. The entire crew was killed in the crash. Soldiers appeared and one shot at me. My dog went after him and I shot him to pieces. He was my best friend. After all those speeches I gave about working together for peace, I thought everyone felt the same as I did. I'm sure the soldier who shot at me knew I was the Princess of Erusia. He was Erusian too. More soldiers have come. Now, there is no one left to protect me. I am so numb, I cannot move. I watch as one of their dogs approaches. It sniffs mournfully at my dead friend. I wonder if it grieves for him as much as I do. I can barely think. I feel weaker by the minute. I don't know who these soldiers are with, but I managed to take a sip of the water they gave me.
How long have you been here?
Somehow, I muster the courage to answer the woman's question. I tell her I've been there 3 days. They gather around me with grim looks on their faces. What would they do if they knew I was the Erusian princess? After searching the cockpit of the plane, the woman who spoke to me before came back to me.
This is an air-to-ground tactical radio. It still works!
I noticed she walked with a limp. She knelt down next to me and asked her companions to give me some food. And then, very softly, she said,
"You see, I used to listen to your broadcasts, Your Royal Highness."
Just what did you see here?
Nothing. Piano music?